Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I have my first layout using the Not Just for Boys January kit. I'm using the premium kit, which is called Renew, and I'm going to do an 8.5 by 11 layout today. Now, this one is going to go into my Project Life album for 2021, and this is going to be my one little word for the year. Now, the reason I'm putting this into my Project Life is because I actually don't do one little word normally. This is actually the first time in a few years that I've even picked a word, but this one was calling to me. So I wanted to go ahead and see what it can do for me this year, but I didn't want to do the entire one little word project. I just wanted to do something in my Project Life album and kind of keep up on it monthly a little bit. So I'm kind of doing my own little version, if you will, of one little word. So this layout is going to be black and white. It's going to be monochromatic, and I don't do that very often, but I really, really love the way this one turned out. So I have a 3x4 photo of myself there that I took a few months ago, and it is in black and white. And then I used this birch tree paper and I cut it down to 8.5 by 11. So that's going to be my background paper there. And then this one right here is the bottom of one of the pattern papers. And I really love the scallop image on here. So I cut off the bottom two scallop images and then I trimmed them out to actually look like scallops. So to keep them from blending in too much together, I'm going to use some Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I'm using black soot, and I'm just going to go ahead and ink the edges of these scallops here. That way they will stand out against the other black and white pattern paper there, so that it will be separated, if you will. So I just ink the edges there, so it gives it a definition on the edge. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on the bottom and then trim it down so that it goes off. I'm just trying to center it a little bit there. And then I did use the black and white diagonal paper to map my photo. And then I did cut down one of the gingham patterns as well to use as some layering, or I pulled it. I haven't cut it down yet, but I will. This one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and it's just going to be an extra layer. So I'm just going to cut it like a big mat basically for my photo here as well. And I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of the gingham too. Since I have a lot of black and white going on, I need to make sure that all of my layers have a nice definition to them. And I'm drinking my coffee. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work on my title. So I have already talked about how the letter stickers that I'm using are going to be different than what you will be receiving in your kit because there were some quality issues. Now these stickers right here are not even available in their shop. These are from my stash. These, I don't remember what they're called, but I love them. They look like gems, and I have just never used them before. So I finally was able to use these. And I love the way that they look. So my one little word is transform. And that is going to have 3 different meanings for me. So I'm kind of thinking mind, body, and soul here. And I'll do that in my journaling. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about those specifically when I do my journaling. But that's there's a few areas of my life that I really feel I would like to transform, and that could be transformative for me. So that's why I picked that word. It just kind of came to me and made a lot of sense. So okay, I used these Heidi Swap Mistable letter stickers. These are the letter stickers that were sent to me for the kit. That will not be included in yours, but they are available in the shop if you still want to use them. And I will say that using those, they were hard to get off of the back of the packaging, and then some of them just wouldn't stick to the packaging at all. So it's really, there was a quality issue there for sure, which is why the kit creators did not want to include them in the kit anymore. But okay, so I cut out a line of butterflies that were from one of the branding strips, which was perfect for transform because butterflies transform. And I inked the edges of that and then put that below my photo. And then I'm going to fussy cut out this little floral piece, and I will ink the edges of this as well, and then put it down in the right hand right there. Yeah, when I saw the butterflies on one of the branding strips, I was like, perfect. So I made sure I cut it out, and I'm going to use them here in a couple different places. Okay, so I got my floral down there, and still drinking my coffee. I'm talking to somebody there. Okay, so now I'm going to put my letter stickers down. I'm going to put down my title. I'm going to cut a lot of most of this out because it takes a nice amount of time because I have to glue down all of them. These are chipboard. All of them are chipboard, so they have a tendency not to stay for the long haul. So I always take a few extra seconds and glue down my chipboard thickers. Okay, I want a little piece of a doily to go on the left-hand side of my picture. Even though I don't have a ton of room, I still want something. So I went through my doily stash. I found this square doily that I had used a piece of already anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and use the edge of that. And then I'm going to put it on the left-hand side of my picture. I just wanted something a little bit feminine over there, with a little bit of pattern and I don't know. So I have to cut it down a little bit though. It's too tall for where I want it to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut it down so that it will fit nicely there. And I do like the way that that looks. And I am thinking about where I want my journaling to go or how I want to do my journaling. And then I see these stamps here. Now these are from the kit, and I'm going to go ahead and use one of these here. I'm going to use a hexagon, and I'm using one that has like a little kind of sketched pattern almost on the bottom, and that really mimics the birch paper. So I like the way that looks. And then I'm going to use the phrase 2021 and put that in the top of the hexagon there. And then I will cut that out and put that on the bottom left of my photo there. I really, really like the way that this looks. And then I have pulled out the die cut pack from the kit, thinking maybe I could do some journaling on some of those die cuts, but it was, they did not have really anything what I was looking for. There was no black and white, and that's really what I was looking for. I was looking for something black and white. And then on my desk, I had these labels, and these are actually gray, but it goes. So I'm going to use these labels instead. These are labels that I've had for so long, and I'm trying to make my way through them, and I'm finally really making a dent in them. Between something like this or Project Life, it was great. So I have one square, and then these two are kind of with the curved edges. Now, when you fussy cut these out and you need to punch out curved edges, I use the edge of my hole punch for my paper, like my paper hole punch, and just line up the punch with the edges of the curves, and it's perfect. So I love being able to do that because a lot of times if I try to do it with my scissors, it will not work very well. Okay, so I'm going to use each one of these labels for one of my little focuses in my life. So I'm doing mind, body, and soul. And I'm stamping those words out with these little wood letter stamps that I've had. I think I got these at Michael's years and years and years ago. I've had them for so long, and I just keep using them. So I'm going to just put one of these words on each of these labels and then do my journaling. So for mind, I am working on productivity. I'm working on time management is a big thing for me right now. So I'm trying to actually do a little bit of personal development, if you will, every day throughout the week, except for weekends. So like Monday through Friday, almost, kind of treating it like a weekday thing. So that's something I want to try to make a habit. I'm also trying to work on habits as well, and, kind of changing some habits and creating some new ones and all that. So that's my mind. For my body, definitely weight loss. I'm working on that as well. We bought a Peloton recently, so I've been working out on that, which has been amazing. If any of you guys have a Peloton and you want to friend me on there, I'll leave my name, my Peloton name in the description down below if you guys want to find me. But I've really, really been enjoying that. And I need to definitely eat healthier. That's a big thing for me. And then for soul, I want to nurture some of my friendships. I want to make sure that I'm connecting with people, and just making sure that I'm staying connected, especially during this time in COVID when we all feel really disconnected. I want to make sure that I'm reaching out to people and keeping those connections alive, because that's really important for me. So that is for my soul. And then I grabbed one more of those butterflies from that branding strip, and I cut one out and I put it up above on the left-hand side of my photo. And then I am going to add a couple of silver glittery enamel dots here, and then that's going to complete my layout. And I really love the way this turned out. So again, this is an 8.5 by 11. It will go in my Project Life album for 2021, and it's something I will focus on every month in my Project Life. And I'm really happy with the way that this one turned out. So let me know if you guys have any questions. If you have not checked out Not Just for Boys, I will leave their website link down below. Go and check them out. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.